After riding a motorcycle for a whole week, getting back into my Subaru felt completely different, and not in a good way. Oh. You know that saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Well, that's what cars have been doing for us since, what, the 40s or something like that? I don't know my history. I absolutely love my Subaru, but in today's video, I wanna get in depth a little bit about the difference between riding a motorcycle and driving a car, and what really changes when you hop on a bike. And what your wife doesn't know won't hurt her. So go ahead and go down to your local dealership and sign away, because you will never look back when you're on those two wheels. All right, wham bam, we just popped on the Go 3S. Let's get in this baby and let's get chatting about motorcycles, guys, because I can't believe how much it's changed my perspective this past week riding a motorcycle every day to work. And the first thing I want to talk about while we listen to that RS exhaust, I do have a axle back exhaust on the RS, guys. I love it. First thing we're going to talk about is speed. You feel way more connected to the road, whether you're going at a fast speed or whether you're going at a slow speed when you ride a motorcycle. And that is definitely so important if you're an enthusiast of cars or anything with a motor, how much fun it can be to be out there in the wind. You know, they say, what's it called? Wind therapy is what it's called. And here in America, you know, motorcycles are just for fun, for a lifestyle product. You know, that's mainly what they are. Whereas all around the world, people commute on bikes and it is their only way of transportation. Yes, some Americans choose to do that, but this thing has been going on forever, and most of the world really drives motorcycles. It's here in the US that we love our cars. But when I'm in the canyon here and I'm cruising at 35, I have a nice breeze when I'm on the bike, where in the car, you know, it is what it is, guys. So let that be, let me make that point clear, as I still love cars. But I just want to get into a little detail today of what's changed with my perspective on cars because of bikes. And it's just wild, guys. And here's a biker right here. The funny thing is, lately I've been wanting to wave at every bike that goes by. When you ride a bike every day, there's a sense of community with the other bikers that you just can't get when you're in a car. Everyone is caged off. We are separated. We are protected from each other, right? We're protected, but we're so, you know, disconnected because we're not paying attention. You know, that's the problem with driving and with modern day, you know, transportation. With most of these people, they put their Tesla into drive mode and they just look at their phone the whole time. They don't even appreciate the journey. And so when you are on a bike, you're just connected to the road. And that was one thing that was cool about the BRZ. It was almost like a motorcycle in that way, where you're so low, you feel every gear, you feel every turn. And that's one thing I really loved about the BRZ. But the Impreza is definitely more of a regular car. But you lose that connection when you get in a car. And that's something that a motorcycle really brings. Every time you go to work, it feels like this expedition, this adventure. So the cost per fun ratio, you know, if a bike is your only mode of transportation, you might get yourself an adventure bike or more of a touring bike. Hey, the vets are out today. What the heck, man? I already saw a bunch of Corvettes and there's even more. Yeah, the fun factor, the cost per dollar for fun is just crazy with a bike, guys. Hey, somebody in one of my last videos, they're like, I don't like the buzz sound of the exhaust. Guys, that's if you don't like an exhaust, you probably shouldn't click off this channel and go watch somebody else. So for my 2021 Honda CB300R, I paid around $4,000. I think it was $4,500 for my motorcycle. And it averages 80 miles to the gallon. So the cost of ownership is pretty low, guys. And if you buy a Japanese bike, you can go ahead and resell it a few years later for not very much less than you bought it for. You know, I've heard of people selling Groms for just as much as they bought it for years later, and that goes with almost every Honda. If you buy, you know, Kawasaki or Yamaha, same deal. Another one of the best parts about riding is you have this like meditation every time you ride. It's a mental reset. It feels different than driving. And that is really what it boils down to, is motorcycling gives you this feeling. It's like you're free. There's not many ways to get a sense of freedom besides traveling. I think traveling in a car is some of the most free I've ever felt. But for a daily sense of freedom in modern day society living on the grid, motorcycling really does do it. It just makes you, it's just minimalism. That's another way of looking at it, is it's freedom and minimalism. You only have what's in your backpack. Maybe you have a tiny little storage compartment, or maybe you're a BMW GS owner and you have every saddlebag option possible and you're loaded to the gills. There's that too. But that sense of just meditation, you're focused. You don't have any distractions. There's no screens in front of you. Even my naked bike, my Honda CB300R, I never look down because it's a naked bike, first of all, so I don't really want to look down because it's so far, but I'm always just looking straight out in front of me and focusing on the road. I'm never distracted. And that's one of the best parts about riding, is it puts you in the moment from start to finish. As soon as you hop on that bike to the second you put the kickstand back down, you are focused and you are locked in. That is one of my favorite things about riding. And so what it comes down to, guys, is am I going to switch mainly over to bikes? That is a serious question I have been dealing with lately. And the short answer is no, I'm not gonna switch my content to be bikes. It's gonna be cars and bikes. So we're gonna be introducing more motorcycle stuff on the channel. And I'm just like, I've got the bug, guys. Like, I bought my bike, I waited, you know, I had some problems with it, I had the fuel pump go out. Now I have my clutch lever, my main bolt for my clutch lever just popped out randomly, and it was probably from off-roading. And I just want to ride every day, you know. Lately I've been really getting into it, and after that week, almost rode 2 weeks straight to work. After that time, I'm like, I could go without driving, you know, for the time being. And that's the real thing, is like, I get excited about stuff, like a lot of people do too, right? You get excited about something, and then 3 months later, you're not even excited about it. You don't even talk about it. You're not even doing it. So I'm kind of like understanding that about myself, is I know I get into things, and then I end up coming back to just making car content because I love it, and it's easy for me to make, and I just enjoy it. But bikes are something I really do enjoy. So just wanted you guys to kind of, I don't know, if it's something you enjoy, then there's no reason not to make content about it, especially if it relates to your channel. So anyway, if you guys are wondering how to support the channel, go ahead and hit that join button, become a member of the Subi Squad. We got a few different tiers. Hit it up in the channel members section. We'll see y'all over there if you're interested. So to wrap things up, guys, am I switching to only bikes? No, but what motorcycling does for me is hard to explain. It's not gonna make me rich, it's not gonna make me save a lot of money, because you want to get new tires, you gotta, you know, buy chain lube, your brakes are gonna wear out, your gear, there's always the next best jacket or helmet to get. The motorcycle gear, like Revzilla, makes a lot of money, and for good reason. They have good products. But cars are necessary. You absolutely need a car, and unless, you know, you choose to only have a bike, that's awesome. You know, I wish I could do that, but for my commute, this is a pretty brutal commute, guys. It's about an hour, you know, hour there, hour back. So 2 hours commute total on the bike, pretty long. So I need to have that car, and also I just love Subarus. I don't want to get rid of this, you know. I never would get rid of the Subaru. I at least need one Subaru in my life and one good bike, you know. But it's nuts how much it improves your mood when you ride. Stress level, stuff like that, it's crazy. So I'm not gonna drag it out too long for y'all today. I just wanted to make a brief video of, you know, how motorcycles kind of ruined cars for me. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm looking at a mid-size, lightweight adventure bike. That is what I'm looking at. And I would choose that, I think, over a WRX. I would choose that over a lot of newer cars, because this car does everything for me. But that idea of exploring on an adventure bike, that's something a car can't really do. There's something about a motorcycle that a car can't really satisfy. That is kind of the basics of it, you know? So I don't think motorcycles replaced cars for me, but they definitely changed how I look at cars, and it's really affected me, guys. This is a 100% serious video, and I hope y'all can, if you can't relate, go check out Yami Noob. That's probably the best motorcycle content creator out there, and get inspired, because I'm telling you guys, if you guys need that little extra, and you're into cars already, you understand how a clutch works, you understand how, you know, you love motorsports, then a motorcycle, man, and there's something about that adrenaline rush of knowing, yes, you could die. You could also die in your car. Just saying. But I tried my streak. Can't do it every day. You still gotta have a car. So anyway, if you guys liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see y'all in the next video. Videos every Monday. We got playlists. Also, if you guys are interested in the camera I'm using, that's the Insta360 Go 3S. I'll have a link in the description if you guys want to purchase that.